Now, the Disaster Contractor Network was actually a partnership between the same folks that are doing this website and the Florida Home Builders Association. And it was a way, initially, what it turned into was a way for homeowners and contractors to connect with each other, that you were available. And the best example I can give is after Charlie, a guy got a contract to bring in a bunch of trailers, set up a trailer thing, but he didn't know anybody, he didn't know any of the local plumbers, electricians, fence guys, debris removal that had to do the local work for him to do that. So it was a way for people to find each other and hire contractors and then check their license. So it was a way to communicate information. We worked with the building officials that we could post, you know, did they waive this building code or this building permit requirement or that, or where to go. So that was that. But it's the same idea that applies here, is that it's just about getting you the information for you to operate.
Do you think
huge amounts of information flowed from that site? Originally, it was designed just to be for contractors to find other contractors or find work or hook up with them when they came into an area. What it ended up being was homeowners wanted to find contractors. But those were the days, you know, 04, 05, it was tough to find a contractor. A good blow would fix everybody's wagon, as long as it's not your house. Well, I mean, let's face it. I mean, Andrew came at a time when the construction industry was down and contractors flowed into Miami-Dade to find work.
A lot of them got burnt.
So did it.
Huh?
A lot of them got burnt.
Oh yeah. Well, operating in a disaster, that's another training course on how to operate in a disaster. Believe me. Any other questions? Paul? Well, the weatherization program is an existing program, administered primarily through community action agencies, but some counties run it through their county community development department, whatever that is. But for the most part, it's a community action agency.
My observation.
Each one does it a little different, Paul, and some will bid it, some will bid blocks of work. But I mean, you guys are used to bidding. But it's, the skills required to do the weatherization are skills. Any contractor has the skills. I mean, it's like any training that might be done would be more along the lines of understanding the program requirements. Because it has, you know, some lead-based paint issues, it has some health issues, some sanitary issues that you will get into in some of these homes. But it's not chasing out windows or fixing, blowing insulation or something like that. But the sort of the substantive skills of all these programs, you guys got as a contractor. You already got that. The program understanding the requirements. Some of these programs will carry Davis-Bacon. Right? I don't think the weatherization is because it's too small money, individual grants. But some of these programs will carry Davis-Bacon. Davis-Bacon's pain. If you don't want to deal with Davis-Bacon, don't deal with the program. If you want to deal with the program and get some business, you're going to... Mr. Armstrong, did you have a comment on Davis-Bacon?
We're filling out the paperwork as you speak. It is in weatherization, and it is a nightmare.
Look, I'm not here to sugarcoat any of this stuff, guys.
Inspectors on your job site.
Huh?
You'll have inspectors on your job site from Volusia County talking to your employees, making sure they're getting paid enough. We're letting the government, we're here to help.
But you know what?
But you are filling out the paperwork going to participate.
Amen, brother, every week.
Okay, so...
Original signatures, blue ink.
Okay,
And carry.
and I think that's you know, I've dealt with my contractor folks a long time, and I know you guys. If you can avoid it, you will avoid it. You don't want to deal with it. Now's the time to go learn it, deal with it, understand it. It's really, it's a niche, and I believe that once you get involved and understand it, you deal with paperwork and requirements all the time. It's just new, okay? It's just different, but it's not something you can't deal with. I mean, contractors, developers, builders deal with rules and regulations forever, okay? It can't be any harder than dealing with Florida Building Code changes all the time. So
We built 2 projects this year, City of Melbourne, I think both of them. And they were Davis-Bacon, and we've done Davis-Bacon before. And once you get organized and systemized, it's not that difficult.
right.
And you'll find that most of the people, your subcontractors, their wages are above Davis-Bacon. And it's really not a big
It is
problem.
more, for the most part, it is more of a paperwork problem than it is a pay issue. But again, the government, these government contracts are recognized. I mean, it's government work, so the government gets to put the rules on it. So all the 504, the loan guarantee, that'll operate just as the bank. That's just the reason the bank will make you the loan is because the feds are guaranteeing the loan. So it operates just as a construction loan. So it's not any different than any construction loan. It's just that the federal government is backing the loan so that they make it. The problem with the banks right now is they don't want to make you the loan. Okay? They want you to come in with, I don't know, 90% equity in the project before you got it done. I mean, these are, because the Fed are guaranteeing the loan works just like any other loan the bank would make.
One other question.
Yes.
In these programs, are they giving additional credit to minority-owned and women-owned businesses to receive these awards?
Not that I have seen over and above what it currently exists. So I haven't seen any new requirements from the federal stimulus that a minority-owned business, or which includes female, is giving anything. You know, if it's there, it's there, but there's nothing new that I have seen. Mixed. Neighborhood stabilization, there's two parts to that, all right? Everybody know about community development block grants? Okay. This is all neighborhood stabilization is that program narrowed to deal with foreclosed homes. Okay, fix them up, put them on the market. Like we need more inventory. But, and they could do different things. They could use it for down payment assistance. They could have used it for a number of ways, but most of them are using it to rehabilitate dilapidated or need to be fixed. A lot of the money went directly to big local governments. HUD to Orlando, HUD to Tampa, HUD to Miami-Dade. The state had a pool of money, about $90 million, $100 million, that went to small local governments. And I have, the list is on here, there's 19 that got the money. It's been a mixed bag. Some of the, actually the most successful are the smaller local governments, because what they did was they went out, or are going out. They've hired usually teams of contractors, realtors, people that understood the local market, because the key to this program was fixing it up and selling it. And there was down payment assistance attached to it. The problem is that particularly some of the big local governments, they went into very deteriorated neighborhoods that if people could buy, they don't want to buy there. Okay? So they were trying to fix up, which, you know, I mean, I'm all for fixing up the slum and blighted neighborhoods. But the best local governments are being successful. Those that went in kind of marginal areas, that neighborhoods you could save, not neighborhoods that you had to bring up from so low that, because they're one house at a time, because they get to keep the money. It's program money. They get to bring it in, sell it, use the money again. So it's a, you know, there's an opportunity if local governments do it right. The ones that are doing it right are the ones that got involved, in my view, with the local home builders associations or the local contractors because the realtors and the market, they knew where, they understood it, versus the CDBG folks, that's not that was never their mission. They weren't realtors, you know. You had to have outside people. So it's been a mixed bag, Paul. It's been a mixed bag around the state. Otherwise, I think take a short break, and then Jack kicks in here in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you can get some real free stuff. Thank you.